Hey guys, Banana Luck here and welcome back to another Water of Realms video. So today we're back with artifacts, discussion around that for the Hellfire Emperor Immortal Codex. So that's coming up shortly. I think by the time this video goes out, the Hellfire Emperor Codex should be live. And I also have another video talking about heroes, whether you're free to play or pay to win. I talk about the recommendations and why those heroes are great for those content. So today we're going to talk specifically about the artifacts that should go along those heroes. And I did farm quite a bit of artifacts just the week before this, so I have all of them in my arsenal right now. And I'm going to talk through each of them to say why they're good, why they're great, or why they're bad in some cases, and what you should go for. So I think the number one pick that most people should be aware of is the Bastion's Ring. So this goes without saying that you should try to have as many copies of this as possible, because this just straight up increases block by 1 no matter the level. And I think block is one of the more important factors when it comes to the Hellfire Emperor Codex, because you're just using defenders here and you need as much block as possible, and the more block units you have going on, the faster they actually die, as you saw in the tooltip in the other video where it says that block units will actually take more damage from the burn that they burn themselves to death over time. So Bastion Ring goes without saying, it's a must-have for all the defenders, I feel. Especially if they are the ones that are, defending in a sense that they don't have any attacking function. So yeah, that's for Bastion Ring. The other honorable mention is probably the Tuning Crystal. So I think this is one of the artifacts that's less talked about, because it isn't really often used, except for heroes like Captain Reeves, maybe, Cyrus, as well as Torador, namely units that are more attack based. So every 10 basic attacks landed, it deals AoE damage to 5 targets at most and restores HP for 10% of the damage dealt. So for units like Cyrus and Torador, this will work really well because they have no way of self-sustaining in their kit. So Tuning Crystal seems to work out really well for them. It's just that because they are going to be not having the extra block, I think it will make sense for them to be placed at the outskirts for Hellfire Emperor, so that even though they can block less units, they're going to be dealing most of the damage when the units are walking through them. So that's the Tuning Crystal. There's other artifacts that increases damage as well, but unfortunately there isn't really much sustain going on. There's the Astral Obelisk, which increases attack, and also when receiving healing increases rage regen. So that sounds quite awful for Hellfire Codex, considering the fact that you're only going to get healed from the mobs that die. That's the only way to get healed if, let's say, your hero doesn't have healing in his kit. So we haven't played the mode. I'm not sure how often those heals will come by. So if, let's say, they are very limited, then the Astral Obelisk is going to be a skip for most of us. And the other mention is going to be Goddess Grace. This is very nice for defense, but I'm struggling to see where it will work well, because I think in this Hellfire Codex, block is more important, self-sustain is more important, so I don't think having the extra defense works well, unless you're talking about like GVG for gun, because it scales off defense, or units like Asshole. So this is likely going to be a skip for us. And there's also this artifact called Bloodlust Phylactery. So this one increases damage overall, and it stacks up to 15 times, so that's going to be 15% damage. Again, no self-sustain, but I think if you don't have the Tuning Crystal, it could still work well for units like Torador. Captain Reeves for sure, because he already has self-sustain in his kit, but I think Tuning Crystal will still work a lot better in those instances, even for Cyrus. And then the last one is going to be Regal Majesty Crest. Oh, sorry, it's not Regal Majesty anymore. This just straight up receives more healing, so yeah, I will avoid this at all costs, unless you really have no artifacts left and you want the extra stats from Mythic Artifact. Another honorable mention is gonna be the North's Wheel. So I think if you don't have enough Bastion Ring, this could work really well on the northern units, because whenever the hero loses shield, they restore HP. I, as stupid as it sounds, went to accidentally sell this. It was a maxed out one as well, so it was really painful. I was actually preparing for this Immortal Codex, but yeah, now I only have it at level 1 and I have to build it from scratch again. But this is an honorable mention for units like Isode, Oleg, and is there any other shielding units? I don't think so. Yeah, so in the Epic faction at least, Epic tier. So North's Will is probably going to be very handy for that. I will definitely use this if, let's say, I don't have any more of the Bastion Rings. But yeah, in order of priority for the, units that are defending, blocking mostly, I would think that Bastion Ring comes in first, because that gives you an extra straight up extra block. The North's Will come in second, and then after that it will be Goddess Grace, followed by, Regal Crest if you really don't have anything left. And then for the attacking defenders, it's going to be Tuning Crystal, followed by Bloodlust Phylactery, and then the Astral Obelisk. So I think these are the ones that I'll really prioritize. So you can see that I actually have only 3 Bastions Ring, which is not enough. So I might just farm up more artifacts if I find that my defense is a bit lacking as we start playing the game mode later on. So yeah, I don't think I missed anything out in terms of artifacts. I'll just run through the legendary ones to see if we missed anything. Increases defense. This can be triggered 1 time, so a no-go for us. Nightmare Serpent. This is fairly alright as well. Taking damage 5 times restores HP equal to 3% of max HP. Can trigger every 4 seconds. So I think the Nightmare Serpent could come in handy as well. Let's say you have nothing left. But besides that, the North Wheel is another one, and I don't think there's any other. Let's see, this is just max HP, that's useless. This is useless as well. This is useless as well for sure. Yeah, so that's gonna be the artifacts that are in my list that you should definitely go after. But that's gonna be it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And good luck for the Hellfire Emperor Codex. And yeah, if you found it helpful, feel free to leave a like or subscribe to the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.